cut in my own hair.
In the dream, were you standing next with it?
There's no lyrics. I can't believe they would put this song on just as an instrumental. Before he was Whitey Ford. I need my coffee to jump around. A lot better with the lyrics. Though the beat is still sick after all these years. It's so funny that the rap artist that did this, that he went from this to Whitey Ford. Both entities were pretty awesome. I bet if my coworker was here, she'd be dancing around because she's from Boston and that's where House of Pain originally came from. You couldn't tell by the video. For this, we're at the Irish Parade in downtown Boston in some parts of that. I hate being a music nerd, but sometimes I like it. It may come in handy one day. All I know is music saves my life and me from murdering people. That and coffee. don't even think the song's this long. Okay, I was about to say. I got another awesome song. This probably will turn around. Hopefully it doesn't get me kicked off. Because I know how YouTube can be with music. I only played 2 songs. This and...
Are you trying to get crazy with this scene? Don't you know I'm loco?
Loco. The fact that I got to see Be Real quite a few years back, it wasn't with Cypress Hill, but it was pretty cool. And I got to fist bump Chuck D. Chuck fucking D. Public Enemy. Going insane. It's kind of scary how this is prevalent today. Looter and a riot. Rosie! I probably should have mentioned I meant my 1 o'clock, which is your 2. I got all my stuff done like I told you on the phone. Hope you guys enjoyed the music intro. I'm sorry about the House of Pain. Again. Jumping off that bone. Cops, I'm going to take my cops and try to run my house down. Insane in the membrane. In the membrane. Baby long. Yeah, when you sent me that, that's why I was like, eee. That's why I sent you that text automatically, because I was like, I wonder if she thinks 1 o'clock her time, because it was about to be 1 o'clock your time when we spoke by phone. And Cardi said, thank you very much for the kiss.
What matters is the path we choose to act on.
Hold on.
That's who we really are.
Okay. Jukebox is over. I only put $2 in. It only got me 2 songs. And again, very disappointed about the damn House of Pain one. Because I love that song. I figured do my Gen X shit. It was either that or grunge. And at least this was a little more... I would like to say you guys can take this a lot more than some of the punk that I listen to. But thank you for commenting still on my Mother's Day live, Rosie. I think you were there. I think you were there. Oh, wait, no. You and Chris had something to do that day. I think did I go live the day before? I don't even remember. Days blur into one another. And now with this moving stuff, the countdown begins. So it was pretty funny. I was talking to my nephew yesterday, and he was trying to convince me to let me meet up with him so he could give me 50 shots of Malort. Now, I love this kid. Absolutely love this kid. But, one, he's never had it. So I want to be there when he has his first shot of Malort. It's an experience. He's like, you got to tell me what it tastes like. And I'm like, there's nothing in this world without grossing you out to describe it. And he sent me a laughing emoji. 50 shots of Malort, I'd be done. Can't say that it can't be done, but I'd be done. So I get to work on my wonderful birthday. I don't really care because, I mean, I got to make a paycheck. These are my last few weeks here. I've been a pretty good employee by not calling off too much. So I didn't want to start now. And my boss just be like, you know what? Let's just part here. So I want to get that paycheck till the end of the month. And I got to try and figure out my next move. I definitely know I want to do tips for work because it's handy to have money every day. Hopefully so, Rosie. It's a Tuesday. Tuesdays are kind of iffy. I'm pretty sure. Now, one of my customers, me and her shared the same day as a birthday, so I think she'll be in today. Thank you, X Havoc. So I know I was talking to a customer yesterday who's friends with the people that I stay with. Thank you, Spirit in the Sky. Him and his girlfriend are going to bring me food, so they're going to bring me my birthday dinner. That guy, he is something else sometimes, but he has a good heart and he's a very nice person. The first time my girlfriend Katie brought me here before I even worked here, we came to hang out at night because she wanted to show me the bar that was like back at home. And I walked in and he walked up to us and my girlfriend introduced me to him. I don't remember where his girlfriend was. She could have been in the bathroom or sitting at the machines. And he was eating a hamburger. And he turned around and looked at me and goes, "Want some? You hungry?" He's good people in my book. So, yeah. Some people it's going to be hard to say goodbye to. Sunday, I hung around for a little bit, and a regular customer who comes in here and there. And I only say it like that because at one point he used to live doors down, but now he lives in Michigan with his wife, but his daughters still live here, so he's always back and forth. So he was in here and I asked him if him and his wife were going to be here before the end of the month because they come for holidays sometimes. And he told me no. And I was like, well, I guess this is our goodbye because the next time you come in, I'm not going to be around anymore. So that was a little hard. I was like, thank you for sharing your beautiful family with me. Everybody, I'm going to miss a lot of you people. And he told me, he goes, well, you don't have to stay away. You make it sound like you're never coming back. And I'm like, I'll be back. So there'll be a couple of people that I want to visit here. His daughter and her husband, top people. I definitely would come back and visit. Especially to keep an eye on how their kids are doing because they're adorable. And it's taken me quite a little bit to warm up to the daughter because she's one of those shy kids. So she clings to mom, and if she doesn't know you, she'll kind of hide her face when you talk to her. But me and her already formed a bond, so I got to come back and see how girly does in life. Because I'll be watching my niece and nephew, and they're only a couple of years older, so I'll be able to, they'll be much older by the time my niece and nephew enter school. Because they've got this stupid rule where you have to be 5 by a certain date in September, and I think my nephew won't start until almost 6. Because his birthday is in the beginning of the year. The girly, I think she'll start at 5 because her birthday is the month before September. I'll never forget. My girlfriend wasn't sure if she was going to have to schedule a C-section to have her, and they had this wedding. And she's like, I don't know if I should just wait until after the wedding or if it would be beneficial to me to do it before. And I'm like, well, girl, you've already gone through this once. So it's entirely up to you. You know the lack of sleep you're going to be getting. Do you really want to show up at a wedding looking prim and proper when you've had 2 hours of sleep? She's like, yeah. But Girlie decided all on her own when she was coming into this world, so that didn't even need to come into factor. That was a suggestion. Girlie came barreling into the world. So we are going to celebrate as soon as I get home. So hopefully this kid doesn't call me and be like, oh, well, can you stay till 7:30? Because I got to do something. And we'll see. A couple, Spirit in the Sky. It's just now. So with everything being the way that it is, Naperville is kind of a good spot because it's got money. But even those type of people want to pinch pennies in times like this. I'd like to think. I don't know. I've never been generationally rich to understand that way of life. But I'm thinking either restaurants or another bar. I have a couple of bars in mind that I know I could probably get into. So, it shouldn't be long. Lord help me if I ever got a job at a tattoo place. I'd never have a paycheck. And nowadays, they don't need somebody to answer the phones or what have you to make appointments because you can do everything online. Life keep lifing. He's just driving down the street. He must not have far to go. Maybe I'm wrong. He's still going. I can't imagine. There's this guy named Steve, the DUI guy. And he got a DUI on, I think he was on a tractor or something. So, oh, okay, now it makes sense why I drove all the way down there. I couldn't imagine getting a DUI on a stand-on lawnmower. Those things are cool. I kind of want to stand on one just to see. Because I hated the push mowers. And never had a yard big enough to get like a bigger riding lawnmower. And my girlfriend, she lives in a fucking forest, so there's no grass. Unless they put it there. If it's good enough for Pink. I saw him recently. He popped into my friend Duper Trooper's chat, and I told everybody to hide, and he didn't comment. I guess he wanted to see if he was blocked, which he saw he was not. But who knows with Pink? Right? With a bottle of Malort stealing one. That could be a huge possibility, Spirit in the Sky. Blue-haired woman found driving down I-90 on a stand-up lawnmower with a bottle of Malort. Film at 11. lot of grass in the bed because you can bring that shit over to my girlfriend. She wants grass. They have a couple of spots they can have grass, but it's mostly, I don't know, weeds, I want to say. Thank you, Spirit in the Sky. I wasn't thinking appropriately when I chose this shirt because I forgot I got a scratch on me. But it's healing. So I'll survive. Ooh, there's a bus. Like a whole bus just parked on the side right there. That's weird. I hear back in the day, because of our bowling alley, that the school used to pull up in school buses so the kids could practice on the lanes here. That does not happen now. What, the scratch? I proudly flaunt the scratch. It came from a dog I love. And it was kind of funny because it wasn't like he jumped up on me and his nail got me. He pawed me. I was wearing a t-shirt. He pawed me to start petting him again. I will always take these as badges of honor from those kids. Hazard the trade with big dogs. And I've had big dogs before, so I've had many scratches throughout life from German Shepherds and Rottweilers. You're just so hung up on people's ages, Spirit in the Sky. See, my mama taught me it's not polite to mention a woman's age. But people don't believe me when I tell them how old I am. It's so weird the weather we're getting in May. Today is about 71, so that's why I chose this top, because I knew that I'd be okay during the day. And even at night, it's going to be like 60, maybe drop to the 50s, something like that. And some nights it's like below 30. Like last week, it was flipping freezing at night. When we went out to do that stuff, the last time I went out, I only brought this, and I was cold when we went to go let the dogs out, and I asked my friend if I could have a hoodie because I knew he had thicker hoodies. So the first one he throws at me, I don't remember what was wrong with it, but I was bummed because it was ministry. And the other one is a hoodie I keep on telling him that I'm going to steal from him one of these days because I love it so much. And I wore that. So this time I brought a jacket with me because I was bringing my Metro hoodie with me. And thank goodness, because it was warm. Brandon Mitchell! Mwah! Mod extraordinaire. Let me tell you, if you guys get blessed to have Brandon Mitchell come and visit you, you're a lucky one. I don't think there's anything you can't do, Brandon. I'm just saying. We go back years. You've been grinding hard throughout these years in our community. So that's why you always get the 3 hearts. Because you have my love, my admiration, and my respect. That's what each of those hearts stand for. No, no kiss for you only, Brandon. He really is. There's some things I don't understand that, like, posting links, I know for people's, like my Cash App. You can post a link, but it's got to be live, and I still don't understand that. Brandon's like, hold my beer. I got you. Or I'll sit there and randomly tell him to go find somebody's channel to post their link in there, and he totally is on it. You'll be fine. I've known Brandon longer than I've known you, Spirit in the Sky. Maybe one day you'll get there. But thank you, Brandon, for stopping by for my birthday stream. We're 26 minutes in. It puts the lotion on the skin. There was something funny I wanted to do when I first started working here. One of the funnier bathrooms I've ever been in was when you looked up on the ceiling, there was a whole bunch of people pointing down, laughing at you. And then I saw something that somebody did with a picture of Buffalo Bill looking down the well. They had that up on top, and they had a string with a basket of lotion. I ever get a bathroom that I can do things in again, I'm totally doing that shit. Thank you, Brandon. It means a lot. I know the YouTube streets have been crazy the past 24 hours, so you even being here, knowing all the stuff that's going on right now, it means a lot. So, I already got birthday cuddles from Cardi. Though she got a special treat for my birthday. I don't know how that happened. Last week, I think I told you guys that I bought a bunch of treats for my friend's dog, and I also made sure that I had some to come home for Cardi because she loves this place. It's a dog barkery. So they have all kinds of cookies and rawhides and bones and specialty food and toys. I absolutely love that place. So I brought back, I think it's a liver treat. So, thank you, Howard County Observer. I am going to have a cake called Tres Leche. My girlfriend got it for me last year. She knows it's my absolute favorite cake. So I think she has plans to get it for me this year. She looked at me funny when I looked at the ad paper, I think it was like a week or two ago when Cinco de Mayo was, a week ago. When that ad paper came out, my cake was in there, and I was like, ooh, I'm going to order my cake. And she looked at me and she's like, you're going to order your own birthday cake? Why? You know I get it. I was like, oh, my bad. So I am going to have a Tres Leche cake. And if you don't know what Tres Leche stands for, it's 3 milks. And it's usually like, I think it's it's either a yellow cake or a vanilla cake. And it's got white frosting on it. And it's got strawberries on top. Simple girl with simple needs. The one thing I've always wanted, I haven't been able to have for over 30 years because my mom was the only one who knew how to make it. I've looked for recipes with the ingredients and have found things similar, but not exactly how she made it. My love of sour knows no bounds, and it involves rhubarb. And it was one of the best things in the whole wide world. She would grow rhubarb for summer. And I absolutely love that stuff. Speaking of sour, when I was back home last week, I went to a store and I got a soda. Yeah, I know. I drink it once in a while. And it was made by Fanta. and it's called Crimson Sour Cherry, and I love cherry Coke. So I'm like, ooh, let me try this. So I tried it, and I wish I bought another bottle. And I didn't want to bother my friend to go back there just for another bottle of soda because I thought it would be easier to achieve. So I go to Walmart and I look, and it's not there. I Google it, and it tells me it's a specialty flavor. Well, yesterday I had to go into the grocery store for some things before I went home because I knew I'd have to race home today because my girlfriend wants to do my birthday celebration after work. And there's a time constraint with the kids having to go to bed. So I grabbed some breakfast stuff because I'm off for the next couple of days. So I grabbed some breakfast stuff. I'm probably going to have French toast or something tomorrow. I made myself some delicious fucking nachos yesterday. I can't believe how many of those I ate. It was good though. And when I was at the store, I saw a 12-pack of it. And I'm like, damn, I'm on the scooter. I probably could ride with two 12 packs of soda, but I had eggs and I had bread. And I'm like, how am I going to do that without smashing those two? So I knew today was going to be rainy and I couldn't take my scooter. So I was taking an Uber into work. And I went and I got two of these. And man, what a sticker fucking shock. So these things are on sale right now if you buy two of them. They're $5.99. When I swiped the first pack, it said $11.99 for a 12-pack of fucking Fanta. $11.99 for just 12 cans. So hopefully I will be sick of this by the time I finish the last one. Because I'm not spending $11.99 for any more. I'll go back to that store. Hopefully I'll be back home and can go back to that store and get a couple of the bottles they had. If I'm still into it by then. So I think it's aimed at some game. It says something about... But I saw something about, yeah, Xbox 25 Crimson Sour Cherry. You guys are gamers. You'll know what this means more than I do. I just like what it tastes like. I would say Gears of War, but it looks more medieval than Gears of War. But they have some crazy characters in the game. You got to be mindful of time because eventually we open. And I will have to bid adieu to all of you. But we'll see. Like I said, it's Tuesday. I know a couple of people may pop in, but I'm not expecting very many people. I told my coworker yesterday, today was my birthday, and she's like, why didn't you ask for it off? And I'm like, I need the money. So, your smart TV is an Xbox? They've got an app on that shit? Now you make me want to go home and check mine, Brandon. I was telling my friend recently when Grand Theft Auto comes out, I was like, I will gladly go in half. We will fucking get fucking high as a kite and order a pizza and just play for days. Thank you, Sonia G. Mwah. I miss you, girl. Happy to see you in here. So, I can't wait for Grand Theft Auto to come out. That's my jam. I don't think I played any God of Wars past 3. And that's a maybe. And what was that? Assassin's Creed. I only played like 2 of those. I like that you can creep up on somebody and slit their neck. I choose violence. But through video games. I know. I haven't seen Sonia G in a minute, so it is great to see her. Right, Brandon? All you guys who have shown me love throughout the years, I appreciate you. It hurts me when my friends are hurting like Angel, losing his dad and his sister very close together. My best friend's going through the same thing with the in-laws. They're both going down in the same moment. I couldn't imagine for his wife. It's hard enough to lose one parent, but to lose both of them in one shot or close together. I hear you, girl. Man, the cost of putting a roof over your head, food in your stomach, gas in your car, it's redonkulous. That's fucking great to hear she beat cancer. Unfortunately, these people are quite elderly, and mom had a serious brain tumor, and now she's in dementia. It really hurts my heart that as close of a relationship as I know that she has with her mother, I couldn't imagine what it's like to have your mom turn and not recognize who you are. It would destroy me. It would absolutely destroy me. So she's just a very strong person to be able to be going through this. In fact, they're putting their life on hold, and they bought a beautiful new house, sadly same state, and they're all going to live in the house together so she can take care of her parents until their last moments. It takes a lot. It's not an easy job, right, Sonia G? I mean, it's just so unfair. I reached out to him and with the dad thing to send my condolences. Yeah, right? Some people can live for a while. My mother-in-law went last. My father-in-law, he passed the same year as my mom in 95 from diabetes. So he was gone for many years. And I remember my sister-in-law asking her at a certain point, so mommy, you think you're going to go on any dates? Or she's like, fuck no, I'm done with men. She was well into her 60s, so she was like, nope. Hi, 420. And some people, it destroys them. You know, my grandparents couldn't live without one another. They went together. My other grandpa, my grandma passed before him in some freak operating accident, and he couldn't take it without her. But then there's Carl, my customer who recently passed. His wife passed away in 2020. He went on for 6 more years. So, oh, that makes sense why the bus was there. The kids were at the library. I can see little feet getting up on the bus. And I can hear kids in the background. So what's going on in the Bay Area, 420? Anything good? I know when I watch a baseball game, it just makes me want to go there more. I've thought about taking a train up there and so I could bring my dog, because the stories that I hear about dogs down below in the airplane, no. And she's too mean to sit with me. She would be barking the whole way through. So they'd be like, yeah, she's got to go down in the cargo area. So if I ever took a train, because when I go back home, I live on a train line that can take me straight to California, 420. May take me a couple of days, but I almost did it in 2020. I was like, fuck it. I'm fucking leaving Chicago. Oh, that's funny. I don't know if my friend Duper is watching, but that was pretty funny. If you are Duper, that's the card that I keep on telling you that every time I see it. But yeah, in 2020, I was like, fuck it, I'm leaving Chicago. I'm going to California. I'm hopping on the Amtrak. I'm fucking going. And I just didn't do it. I love car shows. Oh my lord, Spirit in the Sky, choosing violence on my birthday. You know I'm not a fucking scrubby lover. You see who I root for when on my community page. If not, look 3 down. Good guys wear black. Though I'm kind of confused with their new jerseys. I do not like that. Me and my best friend were just talking about that when I talked to him the other day when I ended my stream. We were talking about how ridiculous it is that Reinsdorf finally made a jersey that's both Bulls and Sox because he owns both. Thank you, 420. Another year around this world. Or around the equator. Well, for football, yes. But for baseball, Spirit in the Sky is trying to choose violence because he knows I'm not a Northsider. But in football, you're absolutely correct, X-Havoc. Never. I could, even if I started smoking meth and crack and drinking a whole lot, I could never be a Bears fan. I've watched what it's done to my children and my nephews throughout the years. No, thank you. We may not be a championship team this year with Parsons questionable if he's coming back, but nope. Green and gold until I'm dead and cold, X-Havoc. That was the one beautiful thing about mine in my customer Carl's relationship. We were both Packers fans. I was telling the customers it's a good thing that I'm leaving this football season because I don't think I'd be able to take it with him not being here. I'm already having a hard time on Sundays in general, not having to get his beer prepared and his glass ready. So as I say, okay. Still good. But yeah, just gonna hang out here for my birthday, then go home and do a birthday cake. I don't know if there will be flowers. My girlfriend asked me what I wanted for my birthday. Right now, with the cost of everything, I know she probably went and got me some things. I got the surprise yesterday from my best friend, and I told a couple of other friends who asked or didn't ask ideas I had for my birthday, but it was kind of funny when my nephew asked me. I'm like, honey, you just mentioning happy birthday means the world to me. You don't have to buy me nothing. He's raising 2 children, so. See, that's why we're friends, X-Havoc. I may not be a Bears fan, but I fucking hate New England. So I feel you in that moment. I was so pleased when Tom Brady fucking left the NFL, well, left the Patriots, because then it meant we weren't getting another Patriots Super Bowl. But then last year came, so what are you going to do? Yeah, afterwards, 420, I'm off for the next 3 days, so I may postpone my birthday celebration until next month when I'm home and I can go to the spot that I like to go and hang out with my friends and stuff. So, I may take it easy today. Just smoke. Unfortunately, where I live right now, 420, there's no good food around here. At least food that I enjoyed, like Mexican food. And I have to wait until I go back home. So even that, I made my own nachos yesterday just because I couldn't have what I want out here. I got tacos last week, though, on Cinco de Mayo. They were amazing. Yeah, totally. You know, my best friend used to watch that when we were kids, and I used to tell him that it was fake and stuff like that. And to a degree, it is. There are certain things that they do to make them bleed, or to make themselves bleed, which are insane. But after watching The Dark Side of the Ring, I already thought Vince McMahon was a piece of shit to begin with. But wow, just wow. Yeah, Bill Belichick. Yeah, he's an interesting piece of work, isn't he, ex Havoc? It's nice to know. A whole continent away hate Patriots. It's great. But yeah, he went on to go coach because nobody in the NFL wanted to touch him after he left the Patriots. And he was doing some college, and the college didn't do that well. I guess the young girlfriend's a distraction. I can't even hate on that. If that man's willing not to have an intellectual conversation with somebody and just wants to... Ugh, I don't even want to think of that. That's on him, but yeah, no. And she seems very controlling. From what I hear, even his kids don't like her. That should always be right there. Sometimes we don't listen, though. I know I personally didn't, for one, and I regret it. And what are you going to do, you know? Make better choices in life. Okay. I'm like, are they pulling in? Because I live by a spot that people usually park there for work. My job is the UE spot. So it's always hard to tell if they're pulling in to park up in front or if they're just pulling a UE because it's still kind of early. It's usually 3:30 to about 5:45. I see all kinds of cars that look like they're pulling up, but they're just pulling UEs because they're going home. So we'll see how the day goes. But I appreciate all you guys who stopped in to wish me a happy birthday. I woke up to a bunch of texts. Some of them very funny. You know you have good friends when they talk shit to you. Yeah, I usually only work 4 days here. When I go back home, I'm probably going to have to work all 7 days. But it'll keep a roof over my head, right? Do it until I can't. Do it until the wheels fall off. As long as I'm able-bodied, I can work. That's why I like when I do the cop watching lives and people are like, get a job. They don't know who they're talking to. They just all assume that we're all unemployed people. I love when they say that shit to my friend Tuber Trooper because he's not only gainfully employed, he owns his own fucking business. It's what he does in his free time. And that man does not have a whole lot of free time. And Brandon Mitchell, Remember last week he went live with a motorcycle accident? So that was a chick that was on the bike. It turned out that some lady in a minivan was coming out of the, I think, Starbucks, and she turned an illegal turn, and that's why that happened, because normally the oncoming traffic, she's not supposed to turn how she did, and she did, and that's what ensued. I don't know if the person passed, because I haven't been able to find another article, but it did say she was airlifted out of there with serious injuries. You saw that motorcycle. So I saw him after that live, and he said that he was trying to take the mute off, but it wasn't him. That YouTube must have muted that live. So watch out, people. Sometimes YouTube comes in and they're like, yeah, this isn't good, and we're going to mute it. Thank you, Spirit in the Sky. So yeah, it was a chick on that bike. She was from the town that he was filming in, Barrington. I don't remember if the driver was, but the lady on the bike was. And then there was an accident like a week prior to that in a town called Crystal Lake, and the guy who lost his life there in an accident was from the area that I live in. Warrenville is not that far from where I live. I think it's like the next town over, if I remember correctly. We had to pass back through there on the way back, and they had finally pulled up the motorcycle. It was still blocked off, but they had just removed the motorcycle. So yeah, I'm not betting that person made it, because you saw how horrible that was. Especially if a car just magically pulled out in front of you and you weren't expecting it. I remember when I was younger, somebody explained to me that like if one car is going 30 and another car is going 50, when they collide, it's 80 miles per hour at once. And yeah, you're not walking away from those kinds of accidents. So it was pretty sad to find out that it was a girl. I don't know if Tooper posted the article that I sent to him when I found it. He said he's going to take it off the mute. He's like, I saw you guys. I saw your text and everybody saying that I was muted. He goes, I kept on hitting the button and it wouldn't take me off mute. I think YouTube screwed up. I gotta ask X Havoc. You say Crystal Lake with a question mark and then said no thanks. Are you saying that because of a movie? Yeah, he's like, I didn't know what to do. He goes, so I just kept on filming because I was there. So unfortunately, that wasn't a situation where he was filming with just his, hi buddy, with just his camera and video, where he could go back and repost it, and then we could hear all that was being said. When it's live, it doesn't back up. If he would use some, I've been told before that sometimes that if he uses a certain thing like Prism or something like that, I thought that's why you did. What's really funny, X Havoc, is not only do we have a town called Crystal Lake, we also have a town called Sleepy Hollow. And from what I hear, there is somebody who reenacts that story as well. The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, if you know what that is. I mean, you people have probably seen the Johnny Depp film. I was raised on the cartoon, and then the Johnny Depp film happened. So yeah, he didn't know what was going on, Brandon. And then a couple of areas definitely have Elm Streets. So that's kind of funny too. I've always wanted to live on an Elm Street in a White House. But then Freddy would get me. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. If he hasn't come for me since the 80s, I think I'm good. Right? Some people say that the Amityville was a fake. Some people say it's not. Texas Chainsaw Massacre definitely really happened. I like the original version more than the remake, even though I like Renee Zellweger and I think Matthew McConaughey was in the newer version. I like the original because it was scary. And then there's this movie called Idle Hands with Seth Green, and he has an electric knife, and he's like, "Look at me, I'm Leatherface." Fucking love Seth Green. Yeah, I saw every single one of those as soon as they came out, X Havoc. I remember one time my dad was supposed to take me to whatever Dream Warriors was. I don't remember if that was 3 or 4 because there was so many of those. And he ended up not taking me. And my mom absolutely, she would read a Stephen King book, but she wouldn't watch horror movies. I don't know. So she sat out in the theater as I went to go and watch Dream Warriors. Chucky was from Chicago. Chucky and Candyman, both those were filmed here in Chicago. Well, the first Chucky was. I'm your friend till the end. There's not really that many great slasher flicks anymore. I think the last of the batch was like the Screams and I Know What You Did Last Summer. The Final Destinations were pretty cool. But nothing else has been like, ooh, I gotta go and see that. And plus I like B movies like Evil Dead. Bruce Campbell is a living fucking legend. I absolutely love him. Saw was okay. I don't know. The only thing I liked about it was the dude from Princess Bride was in it. Carrie Ewells, I think is his name. Other than that, they were okay. I guess I'm desensitized to violence since I watch Quentin Tarantino movies and absolutely love some of the goriest scenes in those movies. The end where she's going through all those people with the samurai sword. Oh my god, that's my absolute favorite part. There is a lot of body limbs and blood flying throughout that movie. And that scene alone. I like how it goes black and white and then at a certain point she's standing there and she looks up and it goes to color. Yeah, that's the bad part, but I guess that's also what kept me going for Friday the 13th and Freddy's because they were all repetitive. You knew people were going to die. So, but yeah, Saw was okay. The Screams were the best. Screams and I Know What You Did Last Summer were pretty awesome movies. I refuse to watch a new one unless they put Nev Campbell back in it. I mean, how are you going to do movies without Sydney? Ooh, that needs a little more sugar. Sugar, dun 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 dun. Honey, honey. I was pretty happy on Mother's Day. I had a John Wick marathon on one of the channels. I think it was like TNT. I have to buy all those movies. I just absolutely love John Wick movies. I wish I could aspire to be such a badass. Bobby Yaga. I mean, I already scare men and children, so I'm pretty close. I just need to strike fear in the hearts of women, and then I've got the trifecta, and I can be John Wick. But to be able to be that lethal, it is kind of funny though watching some of the scenes. It's like, okay, how is he not fucking dying at this point? I know they say adrenaline runs through you when you're going in flight or fight mode, but still, some of those hits are like, Jesus. Why is that up there? I don't know. Well, it was good to hang out with you guys. Thank you for being here with me and coffee and Harry Potter. I gotta find a good movie hopefully I can like today. Because there's certain channels I don't have on my streaming app. It's kind of messed up. If you want to leave cable and go to streaming, you can rack up a small fee and all the stuff that you want to see. I used to do Hulu because Hulu is like $50 for live TV, and it had the one channel that I watch a lot of called Vice. But it also had like local channels. I think, if I remember correctly, I think it has sports too. I believe it has the NFL Network, ESPN, and C4. But it's ridiculous how much you have to spend just to get certain things. Like my girlfriend was telling me like a year or two ago that she has to have HBO Max just to show her kids Sesame Street. And I'm like, wait, what? So, needless to say, the kids do not watch very much. They know who Elmo and stuff is, but there's so many different cartoons out there. We have to sit through a lot of Super Puppies and Super Kitties. There was a moment where we were watching a lot of Bluey, this guy Blippi, who I swear, when he's done with work, he's a whole different person. Me and my girlfriend's husband have given him a whole backstory. It's not great. But yeah, it's a whole different world than when I was raising my kids and the stuff that they watched. You were limited in certain channels. I mean, at least when my kids were growing up, there was Nickelodeon, so they got to watch Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network on top of PBS. And there were cartoons for a short time on local stations because I got my older one into BatMan the Animated Series. And that was brand new when he was a kid. So he grew up on a pretty awesome scale of Batman because that's one of my favorite cartoons ever. I believe I have all the seasons on my Amazon Prime or something. I'll still go back and watch that. Ooh, it's raining. Yuck. Not good for the hair. So, I remember gargoyles. There's some pretty cool cartoons back then in the 90s. And it was nice that some of the Nickelodeon cartoons realized that us parents were stuck watching what our kids watched. So we can make sure they weren't turning into degenerates. And there were some cartoons that my kids watched that didn't completely annoy me. I like Rocco's Modern Life. That was pretty funny. About a wallaby in Australia. But they definitely had some weird cartoons on Nickelodeon throughout the years. There was this one called Ah Real Monsters, and one of the characters on there is named Crumb. If you Google Crumb from Real Monsters, you tell me that doesn't look like a ball sack. It's pretty obvious. I love the way it smells when it rains. And this is why I did not ride my scooter, because sometimes it'll tell you it's going to rain and then it doesn't. And then I'm like, eh. And then sometimes it comes down for hours when it was only supposed to come down for like an hour. Thank goodness this can't make the river rise at this present moment. It's raining enough to coat the ground, but not coming down. It's the season. Things need to grow here. Women over the weekend planted their flowers and started their gardens and are hoping for no more frost. I know every Mother's Day, that's what we would do for my mother-in-law. She didn't want flowers. She wanted us to bring her flowers for her flower bed and start her garden. Oh, does anybody know who Bugs Bunny is anymore? Because that saddens me that there's a possibility he may get, like, forgotten. I love Looney Tunes. Scooby-Doo. Hey, Rocky, watch me pull this rabbit out of my hat. Oh, Rocky. Or, oh, Bullwinkle. It was never a rabbit, that poor moose. We did. We had some pretty good cartoons throughout the years, but there were some questionable ones. They're remaking He-Man. I used to make fun of my cousin and my best friend for watching that. G.I. Joe was awesome, but He-Man was a whole different level. But back then we didn't really... did we have Nickelodeon? Yeah, we had Nickelodeon, but it didn't have the cartoons it had as much as when my kids. We had, like, You Can't Do That on Television. And I was watching something more recently on the Update of the People, because the only one you really know what happened to is Alanis Morissette, and she wasn't really that key of a character. She was on there, but she wasn't the key players that stayed throughout the years. I guess that started in the 70s, so by the time that we were watching it, I think some of it was new, but some of it was old. Like the beginnings of it. Oh my God. I still fucking hate that. Whoever made that cartoon was tripping on some major shrooms or acid. That was a weird fucking cartoon. And my younger one was obsessed with it, so I had to watch it. That Baby in the Sun, the Time for Teletubbies, oh, I hated that. That will always be burned in my brain for life. That and Barney. The Arthur and Magic School Bus I can live with, because at least those were a little more fun, but... yeah, Teletubbies was definitely way out there. It's like, what are you teaching our kids? Though there's a great Teletubbies meme that still makes me giggle every time I see it. Something about a long-distance relationship, and one of the Teletubbies blows one of those party favors that extends and makes the... well, it tickles another Teletubby's ass when it finally stretches out. Oh, the Muppets were the greatest. In fact, one of my friends, we call him Muppet. That's how I learned about Elton John and all those other musical guests. And Kermit was also on Sesame Street. He used to do like little newscasts sometimes. Yeah, I love the Muppets. Jim Henson was great. Doesn't seem that long away, but quite some time now. I remember going to watch The Great Muppet Caper at the movie theater. My mom even liked the Muppets. She liked Miss Piggy. It's kind of funny when we try and show my niece and nephew stuff like Peanuts. They're kind of like, meh. It's like, how can you not love Snoopy? I mean, I do. Oh, looks like I'm getting some customers in, so I am going to have to let you guys go. Thank you for walking down Nostalgia Avenue with me with cartoons and everything. I hope to see you guys at my next live. Thank you for stopping by, wishing me birthday wishes. What? Who's live on that, Brandon Mitchell? Anybody? That's not good. That poor man. Brandon, before I end this, is anybody live? Otto is live? Okay. I'm going to end this and go to Otto's live because, oh my God. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for the birthday wishes. See y'all soon.